So hello guys and welcome to my channel VI Techie, and in today's video we will talk about the generation of programming languages. So there are four major generations of programming languages and we will cover all of them in upcoming videos. So today we will start from the first generation programming language, which is also known as a machine level language or binary level language. So my name is Dwaj. You are watching VI Techie. Make the world accessible.
Please subscribe. VI Techie.
Thank you.
So guys, now the first question is what is language? So language is any kind of thing or words or symbols used in verbal communication can be considered as language. Now, verbal communication means communication done through either audio or text or video. It could be considered as a verbal communication. So, whenever you do verbal communication, you are using a medium to communicate with someone through your speech or text. That text is in a particular syntax of a language. Maybe it could be your mother tongue, basically means maybe Gujarati or Hindi or Marathi or whatever your mother tongue is, or it could be in English. Now, the second important thing is every programming or any other language has its own set of vocabularies and rules which you need to maintain for a proper linguistic approach. So, if I say that my name is Dwaj, it's in the proper syntax, in a proper manner. But if I say name is my Dwaj, it is not a proper manner, right? So every language has its own syntax. The same case goes with the programming languages. They have their own vocabularies, it is known as syntax in a professional manner. Now, we'll talk about the first generation of programming language, machine level programming language. The machine level programming language means the language which is used by the computer directly without any translations. Means it is computer's mother tongue, or you can say natural language for computers is the binary language or machine level language. Now, binary means consist of two characters, just two characters, 0 and 1. You might have studied like 0 and 1 like in maybe 8th standard or somewhere in the computer science. 0 means off and 1 means on. Yeah, that is true in one sense, but the whole computer works on that zeros and ones. What happens basically is whenever you give any input through your input device, let's say it's a keyboard or a mouse or a scanner. Scanner is an input device for sure because it inputs the data and then gives you output. So whenever you do any input, that data is translated into the mother tongue of computer, because computer does not know our language. It is only knowing one language, that is machine level language or binary language. Now, whenever it gives you output on your display or on your audio device, or even a print out of something, that data is translated for us in our preferred language. Like, let's say if you set up your laptop in a way that it uses the display language Hindi, then you will get output in Hindi. But the input which you gave, let's say you are writing something in Microsoft Word, you wrote my name is XYZ. So that data is first of all collected by the computer, then it translates it into zeros and ones, and then when you see the output on your display, that output is again translated from zeros and ones to English, and then it is shown on your output device. So this is how the machine level language or binary language works. And now we will see its advantages. The first advantage of machine level language is it is very fast. That is because, like, when you write in machine level language, there was a time where you could write in machine level language. At that time, you could simply write in zeros and ones, and you will get the same output because it need not to translate. Let's say you know only your mother tongue, someone knows only English, then you will have a third person in between which will take input from you, then translate it in the middle and give output on the other side, right? But if that person knows the mother tongue, you also know mother tongue, both of you can directly communicate with each other. In that way, the translator was taking some time, which is nullified because you both know the same thing, same language. So you need not to translate it. So it is very, very, very fast. There was only one advantage, but disadvantages are many. So let us talk about the first disadvantage, which is it is machine dependent. Dependent means to rely on someone, on a particular person. And this machine level language was dependent on the same machine on which it would have been programmed. Because this language is used for basically using the electricals of computer. Let's say you power on your system. At that time, binary code will be run through the computer, which will tell your display to turn on, tell your processor to turn on, it will tell your memory, the main memory and the secondary memory to turn on. So this all happens so quick because of machine level language. So if you change your system, so your machine code will be of course changed. So let's say you were doing a job in a brand and you were doing programming there. Your brand told you you need to change the system. So when the system will be changed, the whole programs you need to rewrite again. And you will need to learn the whole machine code of another computer because the electricals will not be same. Every system is different. It has different code. So you need to rewrite whole programs again. So the first disadvantage was that it is machine dependent. The second disadvantage of machine level language is that it is very hard to program. And the reason is just one thing. You have only two symbols, 0 and 1. You need to write whole code with just the combinations of zeros and ones. And that binary code conversion is very difficult. So you need to always keep a book with you in which you will need to remember, okay, 0 1 1 1 1 0 1 0 1. What is the meaning of that? God knows. So difficult, right? So it is very tough to program in that language, basically. The second thing, it has different storage locations. Now, always programmer need to always remember the storage location, and that also in the form of zeros and ones. Too cumbersome, right? It's not over here. You need to also be familiar with the whole hardware of your system. Whole hardware. I'm not talking about just RAM processor, whole hardware of your computer. So the second disadvantage is it is very hard to program. The third disadvantage is that the machine level language is very error prone. Means in there is a high probability that you will get an error. And the reason is you need to remember too many things. Like, first of all, you need to remember all the conversions, like you need to do like 0 1 1 0 1 for everything, smallest thing. The second thing, you need to remember the storage locations, and due to that, you will not be able to fully focus on your logic. And from the point of logic, I should recommend you should watch my previous videos upon the logic and the algorithm and flowchart. So you can watch it from the video, and you will get end card, end screen. From there you can watch that videos too. Now let's come back on the topic. So there is a high chance you will be not able to focus on your logic, and due to that, your flow of program will be manipulated, and through that, there is a high chance you will get error. So the machine level language is very error prone. The last disadvantage of the machine level language in our video. There are many, you can go on Google and search it out, but today I'm gonna cover the fourth one, and this is the last one. That it is very difficult to modify the program or the code of machine level language. Of course, the code will be not of 2 lines or 3 lines. If you are doing a big program, then it would be of 3,000, 4,000 lines, because this is just zeros and ones. So it is not easy. So when you will get an error, first of all, you will have to go through all the cumbersome zeros and ones. and you have to search for the error, which is very difficult, right? And for that reason you cannot modify it easily, and this is the biggest disadvantages of the machine level language. So in conclusion, I would like to say that machine level language is the language which is still the mother tongue of computer. So let computer understand in that language, and we shall not discuss, or we shall not code in this language now, where this is too outdated and too cumbersome to manage. So this was the first generation of programming language, which was machine level language, which is still used by computer itself, but we don't use it in today's world. So thank you so much for watching this video. We will meet next time. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching the video
Like, share,
and
subscribe.